Hello, everybody out there. I hope that you are doing well and having an absolutely fabulous Thursday. It's a little rainy where I am. Hi, Shiomara. I hope you are doing well. And welcome so much to Amy's Inspiration Station, hosted on the Altenew YouTube and Facebook channels. So I'd love to know how you are doing. How is your Thursday going? Are you also in a lot of rain in your area? I am talking birthday cards today. Hey, Brenda, I hope you are doing well. I am talking birthday cards today because, of course, next month we're going to be celebrating Altenew's 10th anniversary. So happy birthday to Altenew and happy 10th birthday to Altenew, which is so exciting. And so I thought I'd share some kind of quick and easy ways to make a bunch of birthday cards, because those are cards that I always need, but I never seem to have enough of at the time. I don't know if you guys are like that as well. But that's definitely the way I am. So we're going to be talking about how to do this in a way that you're still making really cool cards, but it might be a little bit quick. So we'll put them together. And I have Sue here. Yes, I know, Sue, you and I live near each other, so it is a little rainy. And Nancy is here, and the other Nancy from San Francisco. And Vicki, thank you so much, Vicki, for sharing this. And you too can be like Vicki and be entered to win a gift card from Altenew. And we have Altenew behind the badge today. And they will be introducing themselves soon on this one. And Cece, both sun and rain today. I know, Vicki, I cannot believe it's been a decade, 2014. I wasn't even card making then. It's just been so amazing to have this, to have Altenew here with us, and literally throughout my entire card making journey. And Tracy is here. And oh my gosh, Brandon, is it opening day for the Astros? That is crazy. I haven't even been keeping up with the Red Sox, so I got to check that out. And Leanne, I'm so glad you are here and joining us. And yes, it's always good to have those birthday cards on hand, and that's what we are talking about today. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get down to it. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my mat, so that way you've been card making since 94? Really? Well, there you go. It's like a 30-year anniversary for you on that one. So hi, Victoria. And I see Alicia's here. And Anne, I'm so happy that you are here, Anne. And Serena, thank you so much for sharing this to Facebook. And Kelly, it sounds like you're having a pretty nice weather day today over there in West Texas. All right. And Shiomara, you're with me. It is a little bit of rain. Tracy, 1988. Wow. For card making. That's a lot. That's not me. I'm I think I started probably, I don't know, 5 years ago, I think. I've always been a crafter, but I started making cards a little bit ago. So here we are. We are talking, I don't know, Brandon. I have to look at that. They always start, I don't know when opening day is. Usually it's sometime in April, and it's very cold, but always kind of crazy. All right. So I think this is a fun question. When did you start card making? And I appreciate that you guys are adding those in already. And Nancy, yes, are you watching already for the Giants? And hi, Heather. I hope you are doing well today. I don't think they're playing if the Boston Red Sox are playing at Fenway Park today, though. So, I hope they're not anyway, because it is pretty terrible weather. So like I said, we are celebrating a little bit of Altenew's birthday, a little bit early for me because I think my next live is scheduled to go at the end of April. So I wanted to make some birthday cards today, and I wanted to show you guys, and you might already have this because this came out, I think, in 2022. This came out a while ago. I didn't realize it's been that long. This is the One Go birthday greetings, and this is so amazing. And it is such a cool set, this One Go birthday greetings. And because you can stamp this and then you can cut them all out at the same time. And it has all these different shapes. And that's where I'm going to go, and show this off. So, oh yeah, Leanne. See, I'm like you, Leanne. Like I've been paper crafting for so long, but this one, like cards, I've been doing kind of on the short. And Kelly, early to mid 90s. And Sue, thank you so much for sharing. And Miss Tamp, I'm so excited that you're here. And we have Elle behind the badge. And Elle, we are saying a little bit of happy birthday to Altenew, because I know we're celebrating Altenew's 10th birthday coming up next week. And so we've been talking about, hey, when did you start paper crafting? So when was that? So everybody's putting their dates in. So it's kind of fun to look in and see everybody. So Elle, thank you so much for being here. And Elle just added in that if you share this live while we're live, you'll be entered to win a $15 gift card to Altenew. And this, if you don't have this already, this would be a great set to pick up. And I also am going to pair it with a couple of things. And I wanted to pair it with this embossing folder called Bunch of Balloons. This is wicked fun. It is something that is connected to, and I grabbed this, and Elle is going to let you guys know, or you will find out really super soon that this is out of stock. It is on the website, and it's a little bit older, but it is out of stock, and that is the balloon bunch. So I grabbed instead this mini delight called Like a Star, and this is in the store. So this is up there. And Elle, I'm so excited that you just started card making, and we are so excited to share your creations. And that's true to everybody out there. Altenew loves to see what you make. So please make sure anything that you share on social media, hashtag us with hashtag Altenew so we can see it. We love to see that. Yes. And so I have to say, Heather, so cute, right? So cute. Oh my gosh, Nancy, fabric quilt cards and then gravitated to paper. Those must have been amazing. Must have been amazing. Well, like I said, birthday cards, this is probably one of the things that caused me to become a card maker because I didn't want to pay for them anymore. So now, of course, it cost me $100 to make one card, but that's all right. And so this is what we're going to be playing around today. I'd love to know, do you have this One Go birthday greetings? Have you been trying it out? And it's so cool because it cuts out all of these at a time. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 at a time. And so it's something that it's cool because you can make all of these. And I'm going to show you, I like to stack them up as a birthday cake. And Sue, they do have a balloon stencil. So the stencil goes along, and I don't own it, but it coordinates with this balloon bunch. And so you can actually color them in if you want to, or you can stamp. So there is a stencil for this. And this set is really, really versatile. This one, like Elle had put it on your wish list. I think that was a great idea, Elle. Put this on your wish list because if it comes back in stock, and this is an oldie but a goodie. I think I might have cut the date off to fit it in here. Yes, I did. 2020. This is 2020, but this is such a good one. But like I said, they have these little mini delights that just come up with the one thing. All right, so I'm going to start by showing you guys how we use this. So I'm going to grab my stamp wheel, and I would definitely suggest for this type, for this set, you want to make sure that you are using something like a stamp wheel to keep your paper in place. And I actually have been using the alignment guides. I'm all over these alignment guides. I'm loving them. This just doesn't even come out of my stamp mat anymore. I just keep it here. And there's the alignment guides. Let me grab them all for you. If you haven't seen them yet or seen them in action, I've been playing around with them. They're all separate because, of course, I did that. And there's 4 of them. So here's the big one. This one fits like a 4.5 by 5.5. So it's a typical card size that I make. And so you can see it just lines it up your paper. So your paper's like right in the middle. And that way, if anything happens or anything moves, you can just pick that up and it's a big deal. You know, it's not a big deal. And then they have little guys. So here's, if you want a square card, 5.5 by 5.5, another square card that's 4.25 by 4.25. So you can see that. And then they have this big mama one. And the big mama one here, this one is for 6 by 6. So this is this other one. So these are for square cards that will fit into your stamp wheel. And then I'm just using this one because this is the 4.25 by 5. And oh, you made those out of stencil blanks. Yes, these are super nice to use and nice to have. And that was good that you made them out of stencil blanks. All right, so I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do with this One Go Birthday Greetings stamp and die. And what I like to do is I like to cut a bunch of these out, and I use like different embossing powders, or you can use different ink colors, but I just like to use different embossing powders. And so this is in the antique gold. This is also an antique gold, but this way I can color them whatever the heck color I want. So they're all set here. And Lori, isn't this, oh, I love my stamp wheel too. I got to tell you, I cannot do anything without my stamp wheel. And then I just keep all my extras in a little 4 by 6, like a photo plastic case. And so now I have them all ready to go. And you can see I even stamped them on some back paper because we don't care. But they're all ready to here and they're ready to go. I've even done some with some black ink, and I can color them. I can spread them around. I have a bunch, and I just have them all ready to go. So I have some, this is in the rose gold embossing powder. And then of course I have some in antique gold, silver. I just kind of put them in all these different colors, and then I just have them here ready to go. Okay. Seattle. Oh no, Nancy. What do you think? What do you think Boston's chances are with Seattle? I don't know. I haven't looked at any spring training games yet, so I'm not sure. Brandon has to tell me how the Astros are doing because I don't follow the National League. All right, so I'm going to start by taking my paper, and I am going to treat it with some with my embossing bag, and that's just because I want to make sure that I'm getting a nice, clean emboss out of this. Okay, and also remove any cat hair. That happens to be my furry assistants are not here in my room today, so I don't know where the heck they are. All right, so this is nicely stamped down, and then I'm just going to grab this stamp, and this is one whole stamp. Yes, that's a great idea, Tracy, is you can take this and you can cut it out of different colored paper. If you happen to do that, I just use the white because then I can color it. But if you want to skip that step and you know you use, even if you did black, like with white or black and gold, those would be pretty too. And so this just fits on. It's just one thing and it just fits right on. And I'm just going to grab this and we're going to do that. Hey, how are you doing, Sue? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. And Sue, thank you so much for sharing this to Facebook. That and you too can be like Sue, and you can be entered to win a gift card to Altenew. We have Elle, who's behind the badge today, who's a newbie crafter. I'm so excited that you're here, Elle. And we have been talking about birthday cards and how we always need those on there. And Nancy, you are talking about where you can get this set, the One Go Birthday Greetings. Elle's putting that in the chat. But you can definitely go to altenew.com and you can search up One Go Birthday Greetings. There's also another sentiment set called Lovely Sentiments, and it's the same die. So all you're doing is just buying a different set, but you're using the same die, and it will cut out some different things for it. But I love this because it's just really super easy. And like I said, you're making 12 of these at one go, and that's why it's One Go Birthday Greetings. All right, so I am just using some embossing ink, and I'm just pushing this all over to get this nice and embossed. And I am hoping, I think my mat, it has a lot of embossing powder on it, and I'm not going to trust it, guys, because I don't trust anything. And oh my gosh, Misty, I'm so glad you're here. Birthday card for your mom turning 82. Oh my gosh. That is amazing that she is 82. Okay. All right, you can see I have these alignment guides, super easy. Now I'm going to make sure my paper, that this is again, this is like triple insurance. I don't need it, but I am doing it anyway. Because anytime when you're on a live or you're doing like crafting in front of somebody else, don't you feel like you make more mistakes, or they're just mistakes, you know? I know. All right, here we go. And again, if you share this live while we're live, and we will be here for about an hour through 4:30 Eastern time, you will be entered to win a gift card. We have Elle behind the badge, who will be announcing that winner afterwards. And I always have to do everything twice because I don't trust the fact that I can't see this ink. So I hope it's okay. And I'm going to emboss this with antique gold embossing powder. And I'm just choosing antique gold because it is a neutral to me, and it's something that's going to go with everything. And so I can use it by itself, or I can use it with different colors of ink. So I can ink blend over it. And today, I don't know if you guys, did anybody happen to get those? There was a great sale going on today with the mini blending brushes. I think you got 16 of them for like half off. After this live, that's where I'm headed to. And you can throw this One Go birthday greetings in your cart while you're at it too. All right, so I know you guys are looking at my piece of paper, and I know it doesn't look that much different from when I just started, but I'm going to move this right over here. And let's take a look at what we have. Oh my gosh, Sue, you're going to like this one. And like I said, it's pretty cool because you're cutting out 12 different sayings all in one go. And because there's the 12, I like to stack them. That's what I kind of tend to do with these, but you don't have to. So I want to show you guys kind of something else to do. So I'm going to show you the card, one of my samples today, and then I want to show you guys another card that I'm going to make using some of the other stuff that I have. All right. Okay. So I did pretty good. I think I have some cat hair friends, but that's okay. We will go with this. All right, nice. Okay, beautiful. All right, and I see somebody else has a somebody, was that somebody's mother-in-law was turning 96? Oh my gosh. Wow. That is crazy. So again, we're talking birthdays today. And we are using the One Go birthday greetings to make some birthday cards because Altenew's 10th birthday is coming up next week. All right, I am turning this on. Hopefully it's muted, and I'll chat with you guys. Or you guys talk to me, or you guys go ahead and put in there about maybe like your favorite Altenew product that you have, or what it was about Altenew in the last 10 years that you love the most. Oh my gosh, Denise, you have no idea. Cat hair is their own version of glitter. It's everywhere. And then I'm kind of thinking, like, you know, when I do this and my sentiments are like, not exactly perfect, I think it's my cat just saying hello to everybody else whenever they get a card from me. They're like, oh, there's your cat. Of course, I have 3 of them now. Oh, watercolor. I think, Sue, it is called Lovely. Elle might be able to find it. Elle, can we find that other sentiments? I think it's Lovely Sentiments. Sue, I think it's Lovely Sentiments. It's really pretty. I don't own it. It's one of those ones that's like, I got to buy this, but I just haven't yet. And it has like the most pretty, like so many nice things to say. Like, I love you and you're wonderful, and just some really, really positive stuff on there. All right. So I'm just double checking. Of course, I always miss a spot. Everybody does, right? Okay. So I'm just checking in the light to make sure that I have done everything. And I missed one more spot. So I'm going to grab. Hey, how are you doing? I see Ave's in there. Oh my gosh. Yes, Denise. Altenew in the last few years, and you love the watercolors. I saw somebody else, Misty said Artistry by Altenew. Oh my gosh, their watercoloring stuff. And KD was saying the stamping wheel. Absolutely. So, and somebody got the blending. We're going to use actually a couple of different blending brushes. I love them all. I have actually literally thrown out all of my other blending brushes. These are the only ones I use now. Okay, so I'm grabbing the die. So the coolest thing about this is I just have to grab this one die and then I can cut out all 12 of these at one time. And this is what I love. And I hope they make more. Right now, there's just 2 sets that coordinate with this die, but I have a feeling there's more that are going to be coming out. And that's neat because you don't have to buy like a separate die every single time. So if they come out with a new stamp set, you just buy the stamp set and then you don't have to worry about the die. All right, and I just kind of eyeball this. I'm just kind of inching it side to side, making sure it's good. And I think that's looking good. All right, so I'm going to take some of the satin masking tape and I'm just going to get this down. And this is the same exact pieces that I used before. I always have these floating around on my desk. It's kind of crazy. All right. Oh my gosh, keyhole flowers, yes. Oh, Facebook Lives during the pandemic. Oh, I'm so glad, Kathy. So you've been with us for a little while. Oh, good. And the One Go sentiments. Oh, they're great. They're great. Yeah, I agree. These are fun. I'm so happy we have them. We actually have them 3 times a week because Lydia does a third one on Instagram on Wednesday. So we have them Mondays, Thursdays, and then Instagram is on Wednesdays. And you see, I told you guys, I have satin masking tape everywhere. It sticks to my clothes. It's on my shoes. It's gone through the washing machine. I can't even tell you how many times. Yes, and Denise, that's what I was thinking too. Like if you're stacking sentiments, this is such a nice and easy way to do that because you have a bunch of them. I mean, you got 12. So every time you're kind of putting these out, and that's why I keep them. So I showed you guys that for the One Go birthday greetings, I have a bunch. And so I just take them and I just throw them in here. And so this is something I can do like if I'm just watching TV or I got a new embossing powder and I'm like, oh, or a new paper, I can kind of throw them in there. All right, so I'm just going to pop these right out and they just come right out. You can see how easy that went through my die cutting machine. I didn't really have to do much. And now I got a bunch, except for this guy does not want to behave. There you go. All right, so now I got a bunch. And like I said, there's a second sentiment set, and you can use that as well. So now I have a bunch of these. All right, so what I like to do with these is I kind of like to make them look like a cake. And so I'm actually going to do this one today because I thought this would be cool with the background here. And so all I did here was just ink these up, but you see how I just kind of layered them? So let me show you what we have here. So this wishing you many years, that has kind of a rounded edge. This today is your day has a rounded edge. Happy birthday has the little flags on the side. Best wishes always is squared. Today we celebrate you is squared. This has rounded edges, rounded edges, rounded edges. I love you has the flags, squared edges, teardrop edges, and then we have another flag one, but it's a little bit fatter. So that's how I kind of see them. And so that's kind of how I see them there. Is how I organize them. Yeah, I agree. Abby, I also have an issue with that one with the work thing getting in my way. It really is a pain in the butt. All right, so I'm going to grab this. So I wanted to match this up because we're kind of thinking about those birthday cards and how can you kind of do them. And Sue, I did not plant Sue, but she just asked, what is the balloon background? And this is the balloon background. And I agree, Al, we sure do always need new car makers, and we love it when they are a little bit younger too. Absolutely. So this is called Bunch of Balloons, and this is a 3D embossing folder. And this, as you know, Altenew makes some amazing 3D embossing folders. And so this just gives you just amazing detail. So I'm just going to grab a piece of paper, and somewhere I have my Mr. Mister. Here he is. And I'm just going to spritz this with a little bit of water. And that's just to get those fibers kind of rocking and rolling. And then I'm just going to stuff this right in my embossing folder and run it through my machine. Just put this right in here. And I'm trying my best to line it up straight because I don't necessarily want to cut this down. I want it to be nice and good. It's a little bit off. Move this guy up just slightly. All right. Okay, so I'm going to bring back my embossing machine again. I'm just going to stick the guys over to the side, and then we're going to run this through. So, all right. Yes. Oh my gosh, Sue, that is such a great idea with that blackout technique. I agree. All right. So for my machine, I have the spellbinders. All I have to do is just put my platform in, put my embossing folder and my paper inside, and then just put the cutting plate right on top, and then I just roll that through. This does take a little bit of working out here. Ooh. And I'm just going to roll that through twice. Now, I like to blend on this after I've done the embossing, just so this way I can get some really gorgeous, like subtle definition and subtle, so areas that are like high and low, if that makes sense. And so I have some spaces that are a little bit darker and a little bit lighter. Now, I love to use, this is the stamp wheel mat, but this is the low tack stamp wheel mat. And so I gave it a nice bath last night. You can see I'm probably using it. It's well loved. I will put it there that it is well loved. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that down. And that way this will stay where it's going to be. And this is where we're heading to. This is what we want to do. Yes, exactly, Misty. The edges, the ink is going to catch on those ridges, and that is the look that I'm going for. So I already said today that the mini blending brushes, which are these guys, which are super dupery fabulous. I think there's a set of 16 that you can get. It's half off today, which I will be purchasing because these guys are just amazing. But I'm going to use them in just a moment, but I want a little bit more of a softer blend. And so I'm actually going to grab the small blending tools. And these are fabulous as well. And I'll show you the difference if you haven't seen them. These bristles are very, very well packed. And so you're going to be able to put in a lot of ink with a little bit of effort. These guys are a little bit less packed, but you see how compact those bristles are. So you're still putting in a lot of ink, or this obviously has a larger surface area, so it can pick up a lot of ink, but it's going to brush them. So those are going to go a little bit further. So because I'm doing these swaths of background, I'm going to use these guys first. Now, the question, this was really, really super hard about like which inks to use. And I decided to grab the Deco Garden inks. And these I love, especially for rainbows, because they're nice and bright. And so I don't have the Olov. That one is, or Olov, which I have over there because I didn't want to add a green in. I'm going to have my blues and yellow create the green. And I'm going to have my pink and coral red create the orange with it. So are the balloons in embossing folder? Yes, the balloons are in embossing folder. It is called Bunch of Balloons. It's called Bunch of Balloons. So it is right here. So that is, yes. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with navy, and I'm going to go in a little bit of like a reverse rainbow. So I'm going to start with the blue. And like I said, I just have this stamp wheel mat. And this is the low tack one. I'm going to start off and I'm just going to come right on up. And again, I'm covering more surface area with this. And I'm able to get these areas that are a little bit dark and a little bit light because I'm able to catch those ridges. And I have like 4 colors, so I'm going to be going about a quarter of the way down as I'm doing this. And I'm actually want a little bit darker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add in my little mini, and I'm just going to come in and just grab this on some of the ridges. Because I just am looking for that little bit of extra oomph around these balloons. So like I said, these are great to use. And I'm just going to add them in there just to add a little bit of extra dimension to them. There's the detail brushes, but again, I'm looking for it to have a little bit more to it. All right, so I'm going to go over this and just smooth all that business out, get rid of my ink on here. All right. Now I don't, yeah, thanks, Missy. I really like doing that. It just helps to kind of really get those balloons to pop out. All right, so now I'm going to come in with Pool. And I am going to come in and I want to mix these together so I get a nice blend. So I'm actually going to start in the middle and then go up with it, just so it starts to wash over that navy. And that's how I'm going to get my blend with these two. And again, this is going to bring me about halfway down my paper because this is my second quarter. And I'm going to have the yellow come in next, and that's going to create that green transition between the Pool. So that way I can get that good rainbow. And I don't love how this is blending, so I'm going to add a little bit of navy. I'm not adding any more ink, just whatever's on my brush, just to smooth that transition out. Oh, yes. Oh, Ave, yes. It's One Go birthday sentiments. Thank you guys so much for helping out and answering in the chat. And Elle is doing an awesome job in there. So thank you, Elle. I'm going to add in a little bit of Pool using my mini brushes, which again, just to kind of pop these out a little bit. And I'm not pressing down a ton. I just want a little bit more of definition on these balloons, just so they really start to pop. So I get a little bit of light and a little bit of dark. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my mid-yellow. And mid-yellow is going to work with the Pool to create a different green. Okay. All right, so again, I'm going to mash those together. You can see it's already starting to create that green. And I'm just going to grab whatever the heck is left on here just to mix up that green and come in with my yellow. And there's my yellow. And I still have enough room down here that I'm going to add in. I think I'm going to skip Dusty Pink because I think that's going to be too light. So I'm going to go right over to the Coral Red on this one. All right. Oh, yes. Thank you, Elle. And Elle put that in. Get this today, right, Elle? These things are amazing. So that's the mini brushes. I've been using them. They can do so much because you can cover large swaths, and then you can even go in for a little bit of detail. And it's definitely, it's nice to have a bunch of them because I even use them for pigment ink. I use them for embossing. If I want to emboss through a stencil, I'll use them for that. All right, so I'm going to come in with more red. So now I'm going to come in with my mini brushes and just do the same thing. A little red on this one. Right, Elle? I love blending too. I agree with you. It's so satisfying. It's such a beautiful look. And you get this really, really great impact. Not by doing much either, but you're getting this really, really great impact. All right, you can see as I start to put the coral red up into the yellow, I'm starting to get that orange. And that was the look that I was going for. And I just want it to be a little bit darker down here. So I'm just really going to intensify that color at the base. All right, so let's take a look, and I'll push this up so you guys can see it. Yellow on my camera always looks like it's neon. It is not neon, but it is nice bright. So you can see we have this really, really pretty graduation between all these colors. Beautiful blend. And so this is going to be my background for this. All right. So I could do one of two things. I can either blend these sentiments that I've cut. So I have all these sentiments over here that I've cut. I wanted to pop these up off of the background just a little bit. And so what I've actually done is I've just inked around them. So my second card, so this is one of the cards. My second card that you can see is very similar to this. That is this balloon bunch 3D embossing folder, but I didn't ink it. And instead what I did is I inked up the sentiments themselves, and then I even inked up the back of the card. And so this was really two easy ways to make these cards. So I really, really like both of them. I'm kind of making this one for you, but we're going to be doing this in just a moment, but on a different background. So I'm going to take this and kind of expand on this idea a little bit today. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack these, and I want to put in, so that wishing you many years. So I'm going to put that down here at the bottom. And then I have a great day, which is right here. And today is your day. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm choosing sentiments based on their length, like how long they are, and also based on the edges of them. And then I'm doing hope your wishes come true. So I'm doing that. Can you see how it kind of looks like a cake, like a layered cake, or maybe? So that would be that. All right, let me grab. It is called One Go Loving Sentiments Stamp Set. So I'm going to put that into our chat today so you can see that. That One Go Loving Sentiments. And take a look at that. It's really beautiful, and it works perfectly with that die. So if you already have the One Go birthday greetings, you don't need to buy the die for that Loving Sentiments. All you have to do is just buy the stamp set, and then you can use the same die. And Misty, I love that idea. And you can top it with a couple of candles. And I think that that would be so cute. Or put like a little piece of, in fact, I had grabbed the mini cupcake, because I was like, oh, I could take my little mini cupcake frosting and put my little mini cupcake frosting on top of my sentiments. Like, how cute is that, right? To put that on there. So I had some ideas of like kind of zhuzhing this up as we go along. All right, so I'm going to grab this. And what I'm doing here is I'm adding some ink to the edges. And this is just going to help to add in, just to kind of separate this. And that's another reason why these little mini blending brushes are fabulous, because you can just add really, really quickly some ink to your white sentiments. And this is going to help it to stand out. But I'm putting this really nice little border on here. I'm also going to add some instant dimension foam tape, because that's going to help to pop these sentiments up a little bit more. But if I added them like without this inking, they get a little bit lost on this background. So I just wanted to kind of separate them up a little bit. It's just a little bit of inking. If we remember this from the very early 2000s, was inking all of our die cuts, right? Oh, so cute. Okay, so the red one is going to be this wishing you many years. Again, just really, really quick, using my blending tool and just adding in that ink. And I actually am storing my blending tools. So you can kind of see it over here. This case is from the artist markers. So the artist markers come in sets of 12. You can get them in sets of 12. And the way they are in the packaging is there's this little plastic case in there. And so I have to say it fits 12 mini blending tools really, really well. So that's how I keep them. And I keep them in my drawer that way. So that way they don't run around on me. All right, so now I'm going to grab my yellow, and then we will put all of these little guys together. And I love this, all these colors from Deco, the Deco Garden ink set. These are really, really pretty. Okay. And then my last one I'm going to do in Pool. Which is not this one, which is this one. Okay. And then we'll put all these together. All right. So we are talking birthday cards today because Altenew is having their 10th birthday celebration starting next month. A lot of fun things. I hope you guys are all going to be joining in. And I know they have so many amazing, awesome stuff for their Altenew fans. So we've been talking about, when did you first kind of get connected with Altenew? When did you start on your card making journey? And are you somebody who sends a lot of birthday cards? So absolutely. Yes, I can, Nancy. I just wanted to show another way to use those brushes, but yes, I could. And I have a tendency, Nancy, I am like super messy. I don't know if you've noticed that or not. So I try to do things as neatly as I can, because otherwise I will get, a mess. These are not natural fibers. So they are bristles. They are bristles, but they're not like made from an animal or anything like that, if that makes sense, Kay. So, but, oh, Amber, I'm so glad you are here as well. So thank you so much for joining us. And we have L behind the badge. And if you are sharing this live while we're live, you'll be entered to win a gift card to Altenew. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking some Instant Dimension foam tape. And I love this stuff because I can just cut it. I can put it together. And I'm just going to add this to the back of each of these. And I'm doing this a little bit quickly because I want to move on and make sure I have some time to start up this different card today. So I'm just kind of adding this in, and we will do this. So I'm a person who likes a border around my cards. And so I'm going to take my panel up here that I've blended, and I am going to cut that down to 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to place that on my card. So I'm just going to bring in my cutting tool, and I'm just going to cut this guy down. This way I always look and see, I'm like, maybe I didn't blend great on one side or the other. Then I can kind of cut that little section off. I'm going to cut here. So I just like a border. Are anybody else out there like me? You like a border on your cards? I need to know I'm not alone in this. Oh my gosh, Kay, you've been stamping since 1992. That is awesome. That is really, really cool. It's like the beginning of modern stamping, I feel like sometimes. All right, there we go. So I'm just a little bit there. And Misty, that's amazing that you send 20 cards along. That's awesome. All right, I made some card bases, so I'm just going to add this on. Now, what I like to do, because these are bumpy on the back, is I like to use the ultra sticky tape, which I put over to the side somewhere. Somebody has it on their desk for me. I know they do. It means I have to use my 1/4 inch. I have my 1/2 inch somewhere. Oh, here it is. So it comes in a 1/4 inch and it comes in the 1/2 inch. I'm going to use the 1/2 inch. It also comes in 1 inch, which I don't have. But I like to use this just because these are so bumpy. And this way I know it's going to like make a really, really good adherence. So okay, thanks, Sue. I am not alone. Yes, Leanne. Yes, Lori. All right, we are the matters of the world. I got to tell you, I can't. I need a border. I need a border. Of course, it means I like ink up sides of my cards, but it's all right. I like a border. Okay, here we go. And here we go. And just one more piece. And you don't need that much. I probably am an over taper. I don't know if anybody else is also an over taper. But you don't really need this much. But I always like to, I'm a safe, not sorry on this one. Oh my gosh, it's so fabulous, isn't it, Beverly? This tape, it's like, this is sticky. This stuff is sticky. Like I know once this is on here, this won't move. It is good to go. All right, so I'm just going to take these off. So I'm going to move on to a second card. And what I wanted to do, because I love this balloon bunch, and I just want to show you guys with it on the white, like it just looks gorgeous with even just white without it being colored in. And I wanted to see what it looks like on pattern paper. So there's a pattern paper set that was released very close to when the Deco Garden set was released. And it was released last summer. And I had it was awesome, but I went to this in-person retreat that Altenew had in New York called the Lemonade Party Retreat. And what they had released at that time was this paper. And this paper is so cute. And it is called Cute Fruits. And I am a sucker for pattern paper, especially cute pattern paper. So that's what we're going to be using is this Cute Fruits paper pack. Love it. Oh my gosh, Lori, I'm an overachiever. I'm glad you guys are also overachievers with me. Thank you. I have to say, you're probably a little underwhelmed. Normally, I would be putting way too much 3D, this dimensional tape on here. I'd be using way too much, but I'm on a live, so I'm going a little quick. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of lining this up with here. I hope that's straight. Normally I use my T ruler, but I'm going a little fast today. And I got to tell you, I'm not putting these two super solid down just in case if I can flip them back up. So if I need to move them. Okay, here we go. And I'm just trying to get them so they look like little layers of a cake, but they're so cute. And I just love this. So again, we have those 12. So we just used 4. So that means we got 8 of those sentiments left that we already cut out. There we go. So cute. So cute. All right. So what I'm going to do is I really thought as I went through this, I thought, you know what? There's so many cute papers with this Cute Fruits paper pack. And I wanted to grab this. And I saw a comment a little bit ago back there. Somebody had just said that they discovered razzleberry embossing powder. And that is my favorite as well. I love to use crazy embossing powders. And that one is one of my loves. So I'm going to show you guys this with here. And I'm just going to run this right through using the bunch of balloons 3D embossing folder. So you can see this is a nice 6x6. I'm just going to get that right in there. And I'm just going to bring my machine back in to do this. Does anybody else use the embossing folders on patterned paper? Have you guys tried that yet? I tried it once with the alcohol inks background, and I thought it was cool because there was a white core to it. So actually, I don't know what the heck this is going to look like. Now let's go along. All right, here we go. I should have pressed that. Sorry. And this paper has little, what's it called? Like a little sheen to it. So it's got a little bit to it. Smooth. It's very, very smooth. Let me just show you what this looks like. So how cute is that? How cute? How cute? So that's the Cute Fruits. So I'm going to cut this into 4 by 5. Let's cut it right here. So I'm just going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. So it's going to fit on front of my card base. All right. And I love how it kind of has this look to it. It's so cute. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I love that, Tracy. I walk up to strangers and hand them a bag of card and envelopes. That's awesome, Tracy. I want to just try something. So bear with me for a second. I haven't done this before, but I just wanted to try something. I just have a little bit of that pool left. Oh, yeah. All right, so I'm going to come in. I'm not going to ink this up too crazy. I'm just going to use the inks that were left on my my blending brushes from before. And I'm just going to ink up some of these little guys. Just to get these to stand out a little bit more, because I feel like they're getting a little lost in the pattern. And I'm doing this rather randomly, and I chose the colors that I did because I saw that they were in the pattern paper. All right, so again, I just want these to kind of stand out a little bit, and I'm purposefully picking the blue, and then I picked the yellow, and then I'm going to grab the red. So, but it's so cute. And I'll hold this up so that way you guys can see it a little bit more once I finish this little section. Okay, and then let's do this little star over here. And that's kind of the neat thing about these embossing folders. So you can kind of see how those now start to pop out, which is really, really cute. All right, so the other thing that I'm going to do is I also want to choose some sentiments. So I'm going to pick from here. I think I want to do, let's see. I would like to do I really like this more years to come. Enjoy your special day. And happy birthday, because we're making birthday cards. And today we celebrate you. And again, it just gives it that little bit of difference between them. And I am going to actually color these in the order of the colors that we did. So I'm actually going to take my blending brushes and I'm going to ink these up. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to start with that navy on here. I agree, Misty. I think that card makers are really nice people. I like to think we are. All right, and so I'm adding quite a bit of color in here, and this is going to really make sure that it's going to pop out from that busy background. And I'm blending right on this mat. So this again is the stamp wheel mat, but this is the low tack one. And you see how my paper's not moving. It's not a big deal. So it's able to really stay, and I don't have to, I can do this one-handed. It's not a problem. So I just want to make sure that it's nice and dark. So I'm adding that in there. Just kind of grabbing all that ink and just shoving it right on there. All right, so that's my navy. And then I want to add to my pool on this one. Hey, Seahorse, I hope you are doing well. All right, we are here. And we have about, just under 10 minutes to go in our live. And we are talking birthday cards today. We have L behind the badge. And if you share this live while we're live, you'll be entered to win a gift card to Altenew. And we are talking about birthdays because Altenew's birthday is coming up next month. They started in 2014, and it is a month of birthday celebration. So keep your eyes peeled for like super awesome stuff like different stamp sets and giveaways and all this cool stuff that Altenew loves to do during their birthday month. So, oh my gosh, Lori, I hope you are doing well today and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And again, if you happen to like try any of these things and share them on social media, we love to see that. So please tag us with #Altenew so that way we can see all the stuff that you make. We love that. We love that this helps to inspire you and give you some ideas. All right, so I'm going to come right in here, and I may have enough time to do the last thing that I want to do, which I'm going to add in a balloon that I'm going to make using some different embossing powder. So I use the antique gold embossing powder to make these sentiments from the One Go birthday greetings. And I want to do something with the Caribbean Sky embossing folder. So, all right, so now I have my things here. So I like this, it's looking cute. And now when I put these on it, you can start to see how that background is starting to match with this. So we still have those balloons. I'm actually going to make them just slightly a little bit darker. And we have all of these beautiful sentiments that are going to go right on there. So Nancy, I think it's usually like the first 2 weeks that they do everything, but you'll see kind of the cool stuff coming out. I know that there's hops and inspiration, and they always release like one of those like gigantic stamp sets at this time. So that stuff might be coming along. So I've used today 8 of the 12 sentiments. So I have 4 left. So I showed you guys before, I just take these and I just stuff them in here. And now I have them and they're ready to go and I can use them for these ones. All right. So with this card, and I have another card base. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just put this right on here. And then just take these and just pop them up. And that is my second card. But I want to do one more thing. So I showed you guys this little mini delight like a star set. And I'm going to use this one. I'm not using the balloon bunch only because this is out of stock on the website. But like Elle had said, put this in your wish list. It's such a nice set and it's really easy to use. And it comes, make sure you get the coordinating dies as well. This is very similar, but this is only one of them. So it's not the whole thing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp this and die cut it out. I think I have just enough time, Elle. I think I'm going to make it just enough time. Always running a little bit later. Always like this. And I want my embossing bag. All right. So I want to add like a little bit of different color to this. And I want to do it with embossing powder. And I think I'm going to switch. I had like 3 different embossing colors that I wanted to pull out, but I think I'm going to use. All right, guys. I got green, I got blue, I got peach. I think I want to use the blue. I'm going to use the blue. So this is Caribbean Sky. I'm going to use the blue. All right, so I'm just going to grab the star. This comes with 2 of them. And this is just the outline, but this is like the whole business on the inside and everything. So I'm just going to grab this and just put it right in here. And I am going to stamp this using my stamp wheel and some embossing ink. And this is a nice solid stamp. Probably has some cat hair in it, but we're just going to chalk that up to, I love what somebody had said before, that it's got a little bit of sparkle. This is going to have some cat sparkle in it. All right, in the interest of time, pretend I did that twice. No, Katie, the balloon bunch set is not new. I think it's actually from 2020. But it's just one of those like great sets that I love to use because it's good for anybody. Age doesn't matter, gender doesn't matter, it really doesn't matter. Because it's such a versatile set. And then you don't have to use it for birthdays. If you want to just do like even a baby card, wedding card, congratulations card, sending you a bunch of balloons because I'm thinking about you card. It's really versatile that way. So you can use it a bunch of different ways. And that's why I paired it with the 3D embossing folder, the bunch of balloons, because those sets go really, really super well together. And I'm just going to quickly, after I emboss this, and this is something like if I really wanted to, I can emboss it twice, just to even get it. But I just want to point out like how pretty that blue is. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, good. You already have it. Yes, Victoria. I hope that you pull this out and I hope that you're able to use this. So I hope that this inspires you to pull out these cards. And again, birthday cards, like, even if you're feeling like, your mojo's a little low and you're like, I don't know what to make some birthday cards. They're fun. You always need them. You always need birthday cards. That is definitely true for all of us. We all need birthday cards because they're the ones that you need. all the time. All right, so I'm just going to run this through, and then Elle, we'll put this to bed. And Elle, I'm so glad that you were here with me today, behind the badge. And Elle was behind the badge, who is a new crafter. And Elle, I hope this inspired you, that you grab this set out and see what you can do with it. Oh, that's so cool, Victoria. You're working with it now. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see what you make. Try it with the different papers. Try it with, whatever the heck you have. And it's really neat to take a look at it. And I also encourage you to try out those different embossing powders. So I'm using the blue on this one. I thought that would be pretty. But I was actually thinking about the green because I didn't have green. And the background has a little bit of green, but I thought this was cute. And I was actually going to do a bunch of different balloons, but I'm just doing one because it's getting a little tight on time, as usual. All right, and we'll summarize what the heck we did. So I didn't glue this down, but you can see just by adding that little guy in there, and I'll kind of move these around so we can see them. It just adds just that little bit of cuteness to it. All right, so what the heck did we do today? So we were working on birthday cards today, and we were looking at the One Go Birthday Greetings, which is such an amazing set. And with the One Go Birthday Greetings, you get 12 sentiments, and you can cut them out with one die. And this one is all about birthdays. There's another one called the One Go Loving set, and that has some really beautiful sentiments as well. So, oh my gosh, thank you for being here, Leanne. I really appreciate it. Bye, Nancy. And so I use this, and then for the background, I use this bunch of balloons 3D embossing folder that really gets this really cool looking background. And then I blended it for this one. I kept it white for this. And then I either inked up those sentiments or I just inked around them. So that way you can get all these kind of cool things. And then this is using that fruits paper pack. And then I just used a little balloon in there just to add a little bit of spice to it. So I hope you guys have a fabulous day. And I just want to say thank you so much to Elle, who was behind the badge, and we will see you later. So thank you so much for letting Altenew craft your life. Have a fabulous time, everybody. Bye.